Hey guys, welcome back to Release the Craftin. Priscilla here with another edition of Poevember 24. That's hashtag Poevember 24, by the way, just in case you were wondering. If you want to follow along, check it out on Instagram, YouTube, see everything everybody is making, and people are making cool things. I'm telling you right now, there's some really awesome makes out there, so definitely check those out. We are on day 16. The prompt for today is haunting, and it's also the start of a new poem segment. So the poem for this segment is Dreamland. And you guys, I think you're gonna like this one. I think you're really gonna like this one. It's a little bit different, but a little bit on brand. So here we go. Edgar Allan Poe's Dreamland. By a route obscure and lonely, haunted by ill angels only, where an eidolon named Night on a black throne reigns upright, I have reached these lands but newly, from an ultimate dim Thule, from a wild clime that lies sublime, out of space, out of time. Bottomless vales and boundless floods, and chasms and caves and titan woods, with forms that no man can discover, for the tears that drip all over, mountains toppling evermore into seas without a shore, seas that restlessly aspire, surging unto skies of fire, lakes that endlessly outspread their lone waters, lone and dead, their still waters, still and chilly, with the snows of the lolling lily. By the lakes that thus outspread their lone waters, lone and dead, their sad waters, sad and chilly, with the snows of the lolling lily, by the mountains near the river, murmuring lowly, murmuring ever, by the grey woods, by the swamp, where the toad and the newt encamp, by the dismal tarns and pools, where dwells the ghouls, by each spot the most unholy, in each nook most melancholy, there the traveller meets aghast, sheeted memories of the past, shrouded forms that start and sigh, as they pass the wanderer by, white-robed forms and friends long given, in agony to the earth and heaven, for the heart whose woes are legion, 'tis a peaceful, soothing region, for the spirit that walks in shadow, 'tis it is an Eldorado, but the traveller travelling through it may not, dare not openly view it, never its mysteries are exposed, to the weak human eye unclosed, so wills its king who hath forbid the uplifting of the fringed lid, and thus the sad soul that here passes beholds it but through darkened glasses. By a route obscure and lonely, haunted by ill angels only, where an eidolon named Night on a black throne reigns upright, I have wandered home but newly from this ultimate dim Thule. And that's Dreamland, you guys. I hope that you like this one. It's sort of a very interesting one. I like it because of the juxtaposition between the very beautiful and the very, like, macabre. And I also don't see this one brought up a lot. I picked really weird poems for this run, but, you know, it is what it is. We're here. Also, I found myself really struggling in the reading of this poem in particular, because I know sometimes words are pronounced different, like, over time, but also I know that in poetry, especially older poetry, they would play with the pronunciation of words in order to make them rhyme, so it would sort of be like a close enough thing. So I had to struggle between like the actual pronunciation, or at least the modern day pronunciation of words, and then the rhyming pronunciation, because this poem does rhyme. So like it's just one of those interesting things that like I struggle with as a reader who's reading, like, to the class, so to speak, to you guys, because I'm like, I know this word does not rhyme if I say it right, but if I don't say it right, then the whole, like, rhythm of the poem is lost, you know what I mean? Like, if I say it, if I don't say it so it rhymes, it's lost. So, like, in particular, the one that I was really struggling with this time was the Thule, which is not Thule, it's actually Thule, and it's a name for, like, a mysterious country in ancient Greece that may have possibly totally existed, but there's a lot of debate about certain things. It's either very magical, very mystical, or an actual real place where people really lived. And it's thought to believe that they lived there from, like, 500 to 1400 AD. So, like, you know, it's a place. But sort of a generalized location in the colder regions up by Greenland. Not that we're here to talk about Thule, but just the pronunciation of which is Thule, not Thule. And also, in case you were wondering, because I was as well, an eidolon is actually a spirit that looks like a dead person, and not a dead person who has returned as a spirit. So, like, it's not a ghost, which would be like that person coming back. It is a spirit that's taken on the form of someone who has passed. So I thought that was very interesting. Just a very interesting little word to add to like my vocabulary, because I've never heard it before, or at least I haven't like really considered it before. But yeah, I love this poem. It's really pretty, and it paints this really magical, like, land that's, like, very beautiful, but also, like, very dangerous if you're not supposed to be there, and you're only supposed to be there if you're dead. And I kind of like that. So, yeah, I picked out the word haunting for the prompt for today, and I wanted to make these, like, haunted ladies encased in this vellum envelope. So they're very beautifully dressed ladies that I sort of stitched into the vellum and then embossed on top of. And this vellum is like a pearlescent vellum, so it has like a more of a like a sort of a ghostly sheen to it. At least that's what my brain is telling me it has. And you know, you can see them through it. You can't really see them, I think, very well on camera, but in person you can see them through it. But you know, it's still very hazy. The features are sort of marred, and you have to sort of really press up and get in there to see it very closely, which I think is very appropriate for ghostly spectral type figures for an eidolon, so to speak. But yeah, this one was just a really fun, straightforward one. I really like the poem. I hope that you guys like the poem too. And I hope that you enjoy this make. I hope that you guys are enjoying Poevember, because it has been a blast so far. I've had so much inspiration that like my brain is going all directions all at once, and I have to sort of like rein it in a little bit and be like, get back with the program, because what? But yeah, like I'm just having a lot of fun, and I'm already thinking about what to do for next year, which, like, you know, stop me right now because it is not even close to that, but I'm already like working my way through that mentally. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing this next year, in case you guys are wondering. I think Poevember is here to stay, but that's going to be it for me for now, you guys. I appreciate your faces so much, and I will catch you all in the next one. Until then, guys, happy crafting. Bye!